Today we were going to be headed to Dolly Sods for a weekend trip, and due to some friends tapping out recently due to weather, we've had to change our plans. So it is 5:30 in the morning and I am headed to pick up my brother Mike and my nephew Ethan, and we are headed to the Red River Gorge. Join us for this adventure. All right, we are here at the Red River Gorge, and we are headed to Gray's Arch to start with. And then we'll head around to Rough Trail and find the unofficial trail that'll take us out to Hanson's Point. Today is supposed to be a sunny 55 degrees down here, and it is a cloudy 44. So right now we're looking for the trail for Gray's Arch. Ethan and Mike are a bit ahead of me, and I'll get you some pictures when we get on the trail. So we found the Gray's Arch Trail. We're going to follow 205. We are in the Daniel Boone National Forest. Looks like it's 1.2 miles to Gray's Arch, and from there we'll follow Rough Trail and find our way to Hanson's Point. Here's where we are. Looking forward to a fun trip. There's the first little clearing we came to. We're not even a half a mile in yet, so we haven't gone too far. Everything's been forest so far. You can tell there's views over the edge. Well-established trail. No problems following it, but as you can tell, it is a little bit muddy, usually for a little longer than that, but no big deal. First stop is Gray's Arch ahead. Look who has decided to try and join. Still a little gray. There is some blue sky ahead. First views of Gray's Arch. It's really pretty. You can see the people down there walking. We are now at the bottom of Gray's Arch, and I can't tell you how big this thing really is. See if I can.
I know, it never comes out like
That has to be 250 to 300 feet tall. And the Gray's Arch actually is over here.
Hi, doggy. Hello.
Beautiful. All right, I'm getting ready to eat lunch. And this is my view. I just got dripped on because up above me is Gray's Arch. You're allowed to climb up there. I'm not gonna. Instead, I'm gonna eat my lunch. So for lunch today we have apple, grape, something, plantains, macadamia nut bar, and some tuna salad. So time to eat. Just left Gray's Arch, backtracked to stay on 221. Came across this big rock formation. How cool is that? All of the different designs that the water's carved into here. How awesome. This trip is not disappointing. Haven't gone very far. Don't know how far we have to go, but that's sort of the point of this trip. We're pretty leisurely, and as long as we find somewhere to set up camp, we're good. We started at about 11, I think. It's about 1. We just ate lunch at Gray's Arch. So now we're headed on 221 and Rough Trail hopefully we'll get to Hanson's Point tonight and camp there. And if not, we'll find a campsite and camp where we can. All right, check back in later. So we're going up switchbacks in the Red River Gorge on 221. It's a little bit of a elevation gain. If you look up the trail, Mike's headed up there now. This is what Goshen Prong looks like in the Smokies, except it was wet and rainy and slippery and muddy, and the trail was the river. So here's where we came from. This is holding it level, and the trail. This is just one part of the switchback. This is probably about 3 high so far. So hopefully we're just going up here to the top. We'll see. All right, we got to the top of the hill and came on back down, and lo and behold, just walked around the corner to see this. Another really cool cliff. All right, we just found camp. We found 40 Boy Scouts down at the water source a little bit ago. And they said they were all camping here too, so it was time to hide and get to camp before them. This is where I'm gonna set up. Coolest thing ever. Ran into all things outdoors in the middle of Kentucky. Anyways, here's my view for the morning, and I think down here, I don't know if you can see it or not, there's a big rock formation. All right, headed over to Hanson's Point. So in order to get to Hanson's Point, you have to take an unofficial trail. It's not marked. It's really well known. It's on a lot of YouTube channels. But it's this really cool, pretty narrow trail. It's pretty long. You would think it was just a little short one, but some really great campsites on it, big ones. We saw all these Boy Scouts down at the last water source before we came here and heard that they were going to be camping here. So we hurried up the hill before they did and found all the campsites. I'm assuming they'll stay at the first one because they all sounded pretty tired already. So I think we came to the last one. So I just came across the first vantage point to look across the Red River Gorge from Hanson's Point. I'm not quite at Hanson's Point yet, but here's a look of what I'm seeing. Isn't that just beautiful? Still pops of color. Don't know what rocks and what formations these are. Absolutely gorgeous. We couldn't have gotten a better weekend. It might not be 55, but obviously the sun did come out. And this is just beautiful. All right, gonna go see if I can go out to the point without dying.
It is.
I hate heights. I'm scared to death of heights. I'm going out to the edge. I won't hang my feet over. We'll see, I might have to belly crawl. Let's give it a try.
All right, it'll be funny to watch.
Maybe if I don't look down until after I get the picture, I'll be okay, right? Right? I'm not looking. If I look, I'm so dead. This is stupid. Oh my god, I gotta go down a hill? I hate heights.
Not trying to scare you or anything, but one wrong step and you die.
Shut up. Oh. Okay, I'm not looking. I'm not looking. Okay, I'm across this trees. I'm okay.
There's a little ledge off the
I'm not looking that way.
Off the
Stop
thing.
my phone, Ethan.
So even if you do fall, you're gonna land on the ledge.
I'm only looking at the trail ahead of me.
Oh, probably a good idea. Definitely wouldn't look to your left.
Shut up, I'm not gonna. No. Ooh, okay. Okay. It's
right there.
Oh, these.
It looks really difficult getting up.
I don't care. Oh my gosh, it's beautiful. Well, we made it to Hanson's Point, and it is stinking amazing. I am totally afraid of heights, and I just sat at the edge of this rock. I may or may not have had to crawl back in order to stand up. There's no evidence. How beautiful is this? I'm pretty sure that orange, I don't know if you can see it over here, right in the middle. Somewhere on that other side, there's a big orange spot. I think it's a tent. Somebody's camping over there. That'd be pretty nice to wake up to in the morning. One more video before I head back to the campsite, but I'm pretty sure our campsite is right on this ledge here. So we should have some pretty good views from there too. There's still leaves up there in those trees, but how cool. Sorry guys, I just can't get enough of this view. This is just insane. This is what I had to crawl out to get here. Gonna hike up here and get back on the trail and get to camp and get set up. How awesome, huh? You see this? I wish, wow, look at that. That shot tries to cover the depth and complexity of all of these hills and ravines and rock outcroppings, but it just doesn't do what it really looks like in person. This is outstanding. All right, I really gotta get back before the sun goes down. Looks like I got about half an hour. Hey there, it is bedtime. It's about 8:30 at night. What a cool day. How cool to run into all things outdoors. Definitely a hike that was meant to be. Too ironic to run into somebody that I've met before, so pretty cool. Tucked into the sleeping bag in the tent and ready for bed. I'll see you in the morning. Good morning. So we are already up, taking our time. Today was supposed to be a leisure trip anyways, and we're just trying to come up with plans. We were going to do Auxerre Ridge and come back Chimney Top, but pretty sure that's more miles than we can accomplish today. So we changed our plans, and we're just sitting around right now and trying to pack up and drinking something warm because it's still cold. It was a cold night. I ended up pulling out some emergency measures to make sure I was staying warm, and Mike froze. So hoping for not another repeat tonight. Got really cool pictures down at the edge of Hanson's Point this morning, and it was really cool with all the fog rolling in and as the sun was coming up. we've hit the trail. We've come to our first intersection. We are leaving Rough Trail today, heading down Pincham Tight. So, in looking at this intersection, this direction would go to Chimney Top Road. Pretty sure that's the way that Jeremy went this morning. This direction says Sheltwee Trace, Red River Natural Bridge, and one more says Pincham Tight. And that's where we're going. So it says Tunnel Ridge Road, 1.5 miles. Hey, only 1.5 miles to the car maybe? Question mark? Sweet. You guys having fun?
Sure.
Always the thumbs up. What do you think so far, Ethan?
It was behind me.
Pretty dope.
So we just came out of Pincham Tight Trail onto this road. I think it's Tunnel Ridge Road. We're parked right up here in the parking lot, so we're done with this portion of our hike. I think we've decided, for a few reasons, that we're gonna hop in the car and go find some of the points that we can drive to and walk a short distance to and check them out while we're down here and go through Nada Tunnel. So you'll be seeing that stuff next. Well, here's step one of our altered plans. Right now we're climbing up here to the natural bridge. I was here years ago with a friend of mine, maybe 20 years ago, I think. And I remember this climb and it hasn't changed much. So we're headed up here, sort of slack packing a little bit and see where we go from there. All right, we're here at the top of the natural bridge. I'm still scared of heights. Here we go. Ingenious, isn't it? This was not here 20 years ago. This is a sky lift for people who don't want to make the climb. But if you look at this,
No way, dude.
you wouldn't catch me dead riding that thing. And look over the edge. Look where it goes. You see this?
Oh my god. That's a butt pucker.
All right, I'm holding this phone at a 45-degree angle. Nah, you gotta be crazy.
Yeah, I'm good. Let me ride that thing.
Do that again. Brings new meaning to Fat Man Squeeze. Go, Mikey. So our last stop on our new agenda is the Nada Tunnel. And these are all the cliffs of the mountains right before it. Look at that rock that fell down. Way spooky. Yeah, we got somebody else coming through. Take two. There's an animal at the end of the tunnel, on bottom left.
Oh, I see it.
Is that a dog? Or is it just a